Hi, we're doing a second segment about the Freedom Reserve System. The Freedom Reserve System is the cornerstone to helping people truly gain wealth, protect wealth, help their families in all things financial. I want to show you a banking system that will change your life. So let's take a look at what the second thing that we do at Freedom Strategy Group. It's called the Freedom Reserve System. The Freedom Reserve System does three things. These three things, number one, it creates a system of private accounts that are safe, liquid, and tax sheltered. Now just take a step back a bit. All of us want safety. We want our money to not be confiscated. We want it to not be lost. And the biggest enemy of our finances is taxes. So when we want to talk about a system, see, we want to have a system that isn't going to be confiscated from taxation. Right now, all of the money that you have, millions of dollars, is going through your own personal financial system. Millions and millions of dollars. Think about how many dollars pass through your hands. All the wages through all the years are going through someone else's bank. So we have a system that's going to create for you the ability to have money go through your system. The second thing the Freedom Reserve System teaches is that you're going to become the financier to all investments, allowing you to recover tens of thousands of interest costs over your lifetime. How important is that? Do you know that the average 30-year-old male today has 34 cents of every dollar that they earn go away to interest? You see, it's not just about the interest rate that you pay. See, everybody's all concerned about interest rate, but it's the volume of interest that you pay. Think of all the things that you borrow and the payments that you make. When you make those payments away to another bank, not only are the interest dollars lost, and not only are the principal dollars lost, but every dollar that you paid away to an interest cost is gone from your economic model forever. This is, in some cases, it's millions of dollars, depending upon how much you have running through your personal economic model. The third thing that we do is that it protects your assets today and builds you a tax-free income machine to be used now and in your future. See, these three things, if we could do these three things for you, would that maybe change your life in a very dramatic way? Would that maybe give you a better financial future? So let's talk about using this system. And by the way, the Freedom Reserve System is an asset-based system. It's a system that really was a play on words. You know the name of our nation's banking system, right? Yeah, it's the Federal Reserve System. You see, that's a debt-based system. And what we want to teach you now is about an asset-based system. So let's take a look at what happens with using your own banking system. See, we're going to show you how to pay for and buy all your major capital purchases through your own bank. You know, whether that's buying investment properties, vacation properties, commercial real estate, equipment, if you're funding your education, if you're funding a business expansion, or if you're just making investments. You have money that's going to need to run through a system. So how do people purchase major capital purchases? And what is a major capital purchase? See, a major capital purchase is anything that is above your monthly cash flow. So how do most people do this? Well, there's actually three types of people and three ways that people are doing this currently. So as a debtor, every time a debtor wants to purchase something, what do? So if you envision what's on the screen right now, there's a zero line. And a zero line means you have no money. And when you want to have a purchase, what does the debtor do? Right, they go out and they purchase whatever it is they want to buy instantly. They borrow using somebody else's money, and then they work hard to pay themselves back out of debt. And after they finally get that piece or that equipment or that investment paid for, and they want to buy another thing, what do they have to do? Right, they go right back into debt. This is a cycle that goes over and over and over in a lifetime. And that's how a debtor purchases things. They never get above the zero economic line, right? So the second type of way that people purchase things is as a saver. So a saver, they put off instant gratification. So if you look at the screen, a saver is above the economic line. What they do is they begin building their savings over time, and then they save up enough money to make the purchase or make the investment they're going to make, and then they buy it, and then they drain their savings account down, and then what? They're back on the zero line. So every time they hit the zero line, what does a saver feel? Yeah, the saver feels, I need to get going. I need to build my savings back. See, you're not comfortable when you're a saver if you don't have any money. So you save again and you build your wealth, and then the next thing you purchase, back to the zero line. This is a cycle that over and over and over disallows the saver from truly building wealth. The third way, and the way that we teach in the Freedom Reserve system, is this: to be purchasing as a Freedom Reserve banker. Now, what a Freedom Reserve banker does is they build an ever-increasing pool of cash that is private and it's usable. That pool of cash, whenever they want to go and purchase another item, they don't drain their savings account. They take a collateralized loan and they build a compound interest curve over their lifetime, and they make purchases with this collateralized asset. So what they get is continuous compounding through a lifetime. So these are the three ways: as a debtor, as a saver, and as a Freedom Reserve banker. Now I want to tell you about the Freedom Reserve banker and the primary characteristics. It's a fundamental key. You must have the ability to have access to this money through collateralization. So on the screen you'll see that we have this idea that you're building wealth. So in this tank, if you had $100,000 in a tank and you wanted to use 50,000 of it, see, what most people do is they drain their savings tank down, and $50,000 is now no longer in the tank, it's somewhere else. But in collateralization, what you do is you never drain the tank. The top line is always staying the same or growing. So if you have $100,000 and you want to use 50,000 of it, you take a loan against your $100,000 asset. That's having a collateralized loan and gaining you the benefit of continuous compounding. The Freedom Reserve system teaches you that you need to have this pool of cash. When we've talked about the tax sheltered status of this account, it absolutely changes your life. And it's because taxation not only robs you of today's dollars, but it will rob you of your future. So these two things are what we do. The first was the Freedom Strategy Solution. It's the 6-step process that helps you organize all areas of your life so that your finances do what you want them to do. The second is all about learning how to be the financer, learning how to be the banker. So what is your commitment and our commitment? So our commitment to you is that we're going to take the time to have you learn how to make your money work harder for you. 3 to 5 90-minute meetings and sessions is what we're looking for to be able to give you a basis of learning what you need to do to make your money work harder for you. We're going to have online training. We've developed several hundred financial concepts that you can learn and that you can view online. Periodic reviews and support. If you engage with us in this process, we're going to meet with you periodically as life changes. One thing is for sure, life is going to continue to change and opportunities are going to continue to reveal themselves. All right, so how do we get paid? So we get paid 3 ways. The first way is through fees. We charge $125 per month the first year of service that we provide. After that, if we have a great relationship and this has been beneficial to you and it's been good for us, we lower that fee down to just $40 a month. Anybody that wants the help that we provide can absolutely afford this. The second way that we get paid is through commissions by bringing business or products or services to vendors that provide those products and services. So how does that work? Well, if we're licensed in a particular product or service, and you need to purchase that product or service through someone who is licensed for it, you're going to have to pay them for that product. The companies that your business goes to pays those people a commission. That generally doesn't cost you anything. So in our relationship, when we build a product or strategy or a financial concept where we're compensated, we'll let you know that we earn a commission from this, but what we ask is that you won't take our ideas, concepts, and strategies and go give it to someone else who's also licensed in the same areas. So thank you. That's the second way that we get paid. And I always ask, is that fair enough? The third way that we get paid is probably the reason that you're even listening to this. Someone has probably told you about Freedom Strategy Group and what we do. Well, we build relationships with you. We build relationships with the people that you love and that you want to help. It's through these relationships that we've been able to have virtually no marketing costs at all to our firm. So we ask that every one of you that you love what we do, that you'll share it with one or two people that you care about, and then we can continue to grow this business and help people in these tremendous, life-changing financial concepts that we teach. Thank you for taking the time to hear the two ways that we affect change in people's lives. I hope that this has inspired you to make changes in your life. Looking forward to other segments and other times that we get to know you. Thank you.